Mercury enters Scorpio, sharpening your intuitive connection to help you uncover deeper truths. Let's check in with the cards for this aspect. On Monday, October 6th, Mercury enters Scorpio, and it will be in Scorpio until October 29th. So that's almost 4 weeks. Let me read you the blurb from astrology.com so you can get an idea of this kind of energy. It says, as we enter the heart of spooky season, trust your instincts. Your intuition is growing stronger in the coming weeks. It's the perfect moment to seek clarity through tarot or astrology. Well, I'm glad we're here then. Glad we're here. This energy definitely intuitively feels like internal communication and connection to help you understand something that may be inside of you that's a bit deeper. Let's roll the dice to see what our shuffle is, and then we'll see what the cards reveal with this aspect. It's a 3 and a 1. I like this energy. Yes. Okay, wonderful. That's a 4. What they're telling me is like, this is about you. It's creatively about you. It's also a 4 combination, which is about stability and protection. So as much as we're entering spooky season, it doesn't feel spooky. It feels actually like it's going to ground you. The deeper truths that you're starting to understand about yourself over the course of the next 4 weeks with this aspect are going to help serve you to ground yourself and feel more protected or get to know yourself better. So let's get these cards shuffled up. Okay. A bit of a scattered shuffle with the tarot, so I'll just keep that in mind as we're moving along. See if anything pings for us there. Let's see what the Oracle has to give. Pleasure card, see, yes, love that. The pleasure card, take a look at that up close. This card is an ascension card. It's a wonderful depiction where you see a deer in sort of like a Garden of Eden vibe, ascending a staircase, and then there's this beautiful archway, like a portal energy here. I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, I see it in my mind's eye. So yeah, that's exactly right. So the feeling of this card is being in the most pleasurable place. It's almost like a happy place, right? Like that's what it feels like. The pleasure place, the pleasure card, the happy place. The deer is going to be all about being gentle with yourself in your happy place. You can see the crescent moon signaling a new beginning past the portal. So we're ascending up the stairs, moving through that archway into a new beginning. So it's pretty accurate, the energy that I'm picking up prior to the poll, to say this doesn't feel like the kind of Scorpio energy that throws you into the depths of the darkness and your shadow self, and you have to sit there and stay a while it's just really difficult, hard, challenging. It's of course amazing to do that at certain points in your life to better understand yourself, better understand your shadow, do the shadow work when you need to. But this energy doesn't feel like that. We're getting the pleasure card, we're getting the 3 and the 1, stability, creative, new beginnings. So it's about going within yourself to seek those pleasure points, understand those about yourself as well. And sometimes we have to dive into the depths because your shadow self isn't always about, that's right. What they're telling me, they're reminding me, is your shadow self isn't always the parts of yourself that are hard or bad. Sometimes it's the really amazing good parts of yourself that you have placed into the shadow for some reason or another. We all do this. This happens a lot through trauma, certain experiences in your life, or just like situationally, circumstantially. You may not be able to activate a certain part of yourself. Like you may not be able to step into that role because there's no space for that at certain periods in your life. So we can shove the good into the shadow as well. And that's kind of what this feels like. It's a deep dive to communicate with yourself and help you uncover the deeper truths about what brings you pleasure, what makes you feel stable, what makes you happy, those lighter parts of yourself, the pieces that you miss, right? That funny you, that lighthearted you. They're saying sarcastic, spontaneous, the fun energy, the playful energy, the relaxed energy. These parts of yourself that, again, we all tend to shut away sometimes, simply because we do have to survive the moment we're in, right? You need to be able to survive the situation. And sometimes there's just not space for that version of yourself and that part of you that identifies with that pleasure point. So I would say the fact that we're pulling the pleasure card is really amazing for this kind of aspect. It is a short-term aspect, just about, 4 weeks, but it's going to do us all wonders to start connecting to those pleasures and allowing ourselves to experience those again, or at the very least, acknowledging them for sure as true for you. Let's see what the tarot has to give here. Ooh, the Devil. Wow, yes. There it is up close. And would you look at that, right? Like, of course. The Devil energy is an empowerment card. It is not a bad card. It is a major arcana card that wants us to be able to free ourselves. I feel like this is a petition for all of us to free your childhood self, free your funny self, free your relaxed version of yourself, free yourself from the shadow. The Devil energy, as I said, is not a bad energy. What the Devil is about is recognizing that there are cycles and patterns and jails that we put ourselves in simply by allowing certain things to stay unconscious, to not address them, to not look at them, and to just let them keep going, right? The Devil is an invitation for you to pay attention to the things that are keeping you stuck, to the things that are not bringing you pleasure, to the things that are no longer serving you. And that could be anything. Lots of times the Devil energy talks about the mind, right? Because a lot of things start in our mind, how we think about things. If you think you're going to be this, then you probably are. And as you start to reconnect with these parts of yourself that feel like they've been lost for a while, or that you haven't paid attention to them for a while, the Devil energy is going to be present, is what they're telling us. This is a nice heads up from Spirit to say, you have a chance here to empower yourself or to liberate yourself from this old narrative or this old cycle. You can also liberate parts of yourself from the shadow that want to have some fun, or that want to have an easier, smoother time, that want to play, that want to laugh, that don't want to be stuck in a certain schedule. They want to be a bit more spontaneous. Whatever it is for you that you miss about yourself, that part of yourself is probably calling with this Mercury in Scorpio energy. The Devil just says you have the power to break free of that cycle. The Devil is a representation of temptation, right? So it tempts you in because it's comfortable there, even though you're stuck, even though you're imprisoning yourself, it's comfortable. So you may have to get out of your comfort zone. The point is to listen to your deeper truths, to listen to those deeper parts and set them free. Allow them to come out of that jail or that purgatory that they've been in. You can access their energy again and embody them again. You can listen to them again, acknowledge them again, invite them back into your energy, into your psyche, into your mind, into your emotions, into your life. It's wonderful. And I bet you're going to feel a whole lot more grounded as you do with our roll. Okay, let's see what the charm is connected to this energy. Interesting. Okay. This is the tape measure here. It's a measuring tape. They're giving me all of the sayings, like, do you measure up? Does this measure up? I'm just going to hold this again before I set it. Yeah, do you measure up to this? It's like, take measure of this. Like sizing you up. That's what they're saying. Mm-hmm. They're asking, that's interesting. They're asking the question, like, what is the measure of pleasure? Which is why I'm laughing, right? Because it rhymes. But what is the measure of pleasure for you? Is this pleasurable? How much are you willing to do to stay in this prison, or how much are you willing to do to get out of it is a better question. And also, like, how are you measuring your time? Like, how much time are you giving to certain parts of yourself or your life that may not feel super great for you, that may be kind of stuck, or that may be connected to negative habits or certain coping mechanisms that are not working for you? That's what the devil speaks about, right? Like bad habits, things that you know you use to cope that are not healthy for you, addictions, things like that. How are you measuring your time and energy? How much time are you giving to these things, and how much time are you giving to the pleasure points? It's time for us to ascend, to walk up this staircase and through this beautiful threshold here, under this arch, through this portal into a new beginning. You may need to measure things differently as you do that, and that's okay. It feels like the truths are coming out with this aspect, and I hope that you will embody them, because you have the ability to empower yourself now, for sure, and liberate those beautiful, fun parts of yourself, those playful parts of yourself. You may think that they were lost forever, but nothing is ever lost forever. We just have to acknowledge, and this energy is going to help us do just that. So we also have a full moon happening today, or on October 6th, whenever you're watching this. So same day as this aspect. You can watch that video for guidance connected to the Aries lunar energy that's also happening. So lots of spark energy to help us dive deeper. It's really a nice combination today of these two aspects. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the guidance that's coming up, and thank you so much for watching.